Hey, what's up everybody? Noor Kidwai here, letting go with Noor. Thanks for tuning in. So, what's been happening with me lately is I'm actually feeling my heart starting to open in deep meditations. And when I'm talking about that, I guess I'm gonna say it's like the heart chakra, the energy centers. And I'll explain that in a little bit, but the one reason I want to say this and share this experience with you is because this whole channel is about pretty much developing an inner awareness of yourself and then letting go of the stuff that's holding you back. And when you do that, you start really noticing the energy in your body, and not only the negative stuff that you can let go of, but then the positive energies start coming up, and it's absolutely beautiful. Honestly, and now I can feel the chakras. I think years ago, if you told me about chakras, I would have been kind of like, all right, whatever. It's cool, I guess. I've never felt them, so I have no idea about them. That's how I would have approached it. But now I'm legit feeling them, and they're powerful, and I understand how your inner energetic system works. I'm starting to actually feel that. And when you're opening your heart, I noticed that this is something that's prevented me from not connecting with people on a deeper level in the last few years. And that's because I closed it down. And I closed it because I felt pain in the past from opening it. And I've closed it because I also had a lot of anxiety and panic attacks. And thankfully, I let go of that. And in yogic philosophy, they say when you balance out the bottom three chakras, that's when the energy starts to move up into your heart and beyond. And lately, I in the last 6 months, because I've released all this stuff from the bottom three chakras, and it's so much fear, guilt, apathy, all these lower emotions that if you watch other videos, you know how I talk about how I release them. But I've released them, and I even felt energy stirring up and the chakras in that sense, because once this inner confidence came back into me, and this is this confidence to move in the world as who I am a little bit more and take action on what I want to do, pretty much like what this channel is, I felt energy pouring out of my solar plexus. And that was the first time where I felt chakras before, but this was just wow. This, when they say this is an energy center, I completely get it, because I went into meditation and I kept releasing night after night. I kept releasing little bits, and you would feel it come out as energy and in different spots of in your bottom three chakras. But when it opened up, it was like this orb of energy, and energy was just pouring out of it. And you're just wow. And that's how you know it's that action is now really active in me, and it's moving so smoothly. I have very little resistance to doing stuff like making these videos and doing stuff just straight up working out. I'm working out more than I kind of ever have in my life, and I'm 38 right now. And it's just because I have so much energy, so it's a lot of fun. But now the energy has moved up to my heart. And when it first started to, I just want to share this story because I really hope you guys can resonate with this, or even if you're in similar situations, just kind of understand the process. And I hope it gives you kind of a little bit of hope that you'll get there too, and you're on the right path. Because the energy in meditation started coming up into my heart, and it would get blocked there. And sometimes it would come up, and the first layer that was shedding was this anxiety and panic, because I've had a few panic attacks in the past which landed me in the hospital. I thought I was having a heart attack. So I became very scared of my heart almost for multiple years. That's such a weird thing to say. But I was scared of feeling it, because every time I felt my heartbeat or felt close with my heart, it reminded me of that anxiety and that panic. And I just shut it down. And that was the first knot that left. And I remember in a meditation, the energy came up, it shot up, and I could feel it hit my heart, and then it just like, it was, you can just tell the heart was so tense, and it was blocked, and the energy couldn't move through it or anything. And eventually, once there was this release of anxiety, and I felt it, and the next couple days after that, I felt really anxious. It wasn't like a fun feeling. It was more of like, I was more of like having this really nice meditation where I felt so peaceful, and then I felt this energy. I was like, wow, this is amazing. And then all of a sudden, this anxiety and panic come out of me. But I know this letting go work, and like I tell you, sometimes this is your body shedding these emotions, and that's what I was doing. And for the next 2 days, I just had to remind myself while I was feeling anxious, that this is it coming out of you. I've had so much of this energy in me that of course it might take a few days to get out of me. And that's what it did. And I didn't resist it. I did the practice how I usually do it. Just be aware of it. Don't resist. Let it be. Let the energy go out of you, and don't put a story on it. Whatever it is, just let it be. And it eventually dissipated, and I felt great, and I felt my heart open up a little bit more, but there was still more layers to go, and there's still more layers to go now. But the other day I was doing the same thing, sitting in meditation. My meditations are so beautiful and deep now, and the energy came to my heart again, but this time it wasn't like so blocked. My heart's starting to glow a little bit. I can feel it, but it's not like pouring out like it was pouring out of my solar plexus, so I know there's more to go. But when I was doing this meditation and the heart started opening, you could feel like these orgasmic energy bursts coming out of you. It was kind of real, unreal. It was like, it felt almost like an orgasm that was coming through your body, coming through your heart. And it was like absolute bliss, but it was like energy surges. It was coming like that. But then I released another thing, and my heart kind of like, I felt something in my heart kind of say like, she's coming. And in my mind, I kind of interpreted that as like a future partner. I always want a future partner, and I'm always, you want a partner, and like there's that desire in you. And since I've been doing this work, I've kind of like let go of that desire and understand that it'll come to me when it comes. And my heart kind of told me that it's coming. But then after that, there was this release of energy, and I just started crying, and like tears started coming down my face. And that was this energy that was also a tension in my heart of like wanting or longing. It was this longing that was in my heart for like a soulmate, a real partner. And it was like causing this tension to really, it was really like causing resistance and tension in my heart, so it wasn't allowing it to fully open. But that meditation and that release, that crying, that energy came out. And I could feel now when I sit down in meditation, my heart's glowing even more. But the real beautiful thing about that is like, I can feel now I'm like connecting with people through my heart more. So when I like see somebody, a lot of times my thought, I'm in my head sometimes. I'm like, oh, like this is some person, and I'm thinking in my head. But a practice I've been doing now is just come back to my feel in my heart. And when you do that, you're coming back to yourself, and it's coming back to like what you're passionate about, who you really are, and see what your heart says and see what you really feel. What do you want to say to this person? And I did it a couple times. I was with a comedian the other day, just a guy who I've seen 100 times, and we're kind of acquaintances in the sense that we're all cool with each other, and we usually joke around when we see each other, but we don't know anything about each other. That's just like, we're kind of like work acquaintances in that sense. But we're at this comedy party, and we were just kind of chilling, talking, but it was all surface level. And then I did that. I was like, oh, come back into my heart and really like talk to him. And then we started talking, and the conversation got deeper and deeper. And then I started talking about this kind of stuff that I talk to you guys about, because I'm passionate, and that's what is in my heart. And the conversation took off, and I found out that he's super into this kind of stuff as well. And it just ended up being an amazing conversation and an amazing connection. And I've noticed this with dating as well right now. It's like, stay with your heart, like feel yourself, rather than being in your head like, does she like me, or do I like her or him or whatever. Rather than being in your head the whole time, or rather than fantasizing about a possible potential future, like come feel yourself, come back to your heart and see what you want to speak through there. Because I did that with women too, and like a lot of times I just want to speak about this kind of stuff because this is like what is really happening in my life right now, and what's like super important, and what I'm passionate about. And when I speak with women when I'm dating on that, two things happen. It's either they have nothing like in common with it, so then you just kind of realize they're two different people. It's not going to work out, so you can just move on, which is awesome. Or they just connect with it 100%. Like I was on a first date a little while ago, and the girl started crying on the first date just because like I was talking about this kind of work, and I kind of was like relating it to her life, and she had a release too because she kind of realized some stuff she was holding in. And it was just like, it was a nice moment. Like we're not together or anything, but it was like a friendship kind of built from that, because that was like a connection. We could make a deeper connection, and you make a deeper connection through your heart. You make a deeper connection because you feel. When you're with your friends and stuff, you're not in your head thinking like, ooh, what can I say to impress this person? Or what are you with your family? Like no one cares. This is your family and close friends. You don't need to impress them. All those things, you're out of your head and you're just into your body, and you just say what you feel. And that's because you're coming from feel. But you can do this when you're with anybody if you just remind yourself and come back to your feel. And when you're with somebody, what do you feel like you want to really say to them? And when you do that, like, you'll build better connections. You'll also be more polarizing. I'll give you that. So you'll be more polarizing. So you might end up not connecting with people even harder, because they might be like, you're into what? Or you might, maybe the way you feel, it's like sometimes you come off a little bit abrasive just because that's who you are. And that's completely fine if that's really who you are. And be polarizing is fine, because that means you're really like making boundaries. You're speaking for who you are. You're speaking your heart, your passions. But you might end up turning people away, but the people who stay, those are the ones you're going to build deep, deep connections with. And yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to say. I don't know if there's anything else, but like, yeah, this is look at like an amazing, beautiful day here in Toronto. I'm like loving it. I really feel my heart's opening. I'm really feeling this like energy starting to pour out of me. And I feel like a lot of love coming to me. And it's just like, that's where I want to be. That's what this work is about. And I love it. I hope you guys do too. I hope you guys, please like and subscribe. And like always, at any time, just leave a comment so I know what's happening in your life if you need any help with anything, because that's what I'm here to do. I love it, and I hope you guys too. Peace, guys. Thank you.